The long-running dispute began 4 years ago when the lucrative contract that DFS had held for 30 years was awarded instead to Lotte Duty Free. But in what was supposed to be a routine status conference hearing, opposing counsel provided a preview of what could be an explosive trial. DFS counsel Jay Srinivasan.
Lotte also changed its bid. It was a sealed, confidential bid that once you submit it, you can't change it. They submitted a bid, somehow got evidence of, we believe, DFS's sealed bid, and then changed their bid to come in just above us on the minimum annual rent guarantee.
But airport counsel Jay Trinket counters.
The discovery that we are seeing, that we've obtained from DFS, is shocking and disturbing. But don't take our word for it. The documents, for the most part, are now in the public record, and DFS claims that that GIA is misrepresenting those documents, and we believe that the media and the public should go right to the source.
Trinket says they have seen documents that prove DFS engaged in repeated attempts to influence the airport contract through local media such as Sorensen Pacific and top government officials such as former First Lady Joanne Camacho.
DFS arranged with local media outlets who apparently owed DFS favors to do media stories on the airport and on Lotte back in 2012 based on what DFS told them without interviewing the airport and completely providing the story purely from DFS's perspective. We've also seen quite a bit of evidence showing that various consultants of DFS and former employees who are involved in the Guam government in various positions were secretly acting on behalf of DFS throughout the procurement, trying to get information from the airport, trying to influence the governor's office, and trying to influence other participants in the Guam government.
But DFS has allegations of its own about Lotte.
That they paid improper success fees to individuals. You're not allowed to pay a success fee in connection with an RFP. We talked about one individual in particular, Mr. Scrow, Tony Scrow, who we believe received such a success fee and may have funneled that to others.
That's not an issue for the airport. That's not something that the airport would normally have, and that's not an issue that should be the subject matter of this case. According to DFS, Mr. Scrow is paid by Lotte a lot of money, if he's providing services for that money, then that's, from the airport's perspective, that's fine.
And both sides have differing versions of the role former high-ranking Lotte executive S.K. Lee had in not just the Guam deal, but the international business competition between the two companies.
I want to tell you about some of the things Lotte did and essentially confessed to wrongdoing. Indicated other people were involved in Guam who were involved in this scheme to essentially give inducements, essentially funnel money to people to secure the bid.
What we've learned from DFS's documents, however, is that S.K. Lee had apparently developed a relationship with some people at DFS, and for a long period of time collaborated with DFS, gave DFS information about Lotte's activities in various procurements, and held secret meetings with DFS, not just about here in Guam, but also about competition in Los Angeles that DFS ultimately won, beating out Lotte.
The sides continue to argue about access to documents and depositions that will be used in their long-awaited showdown set for the end of May in Superior Court. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.